I genuinely believe that this is the only relationship advice video that you'll ever need in your entire life. And I'm just gonna go off on a rip here, like a long rip, because I feel like that's how I perform best is when I have no pressure and I just rip off the dome. But the only relationship advice you'll ever need to hear is that you shouldn't be forcing anything. And this gets a lot more in depth than what it's about to sound like. So just stick with me, because relationships really make or break your entire existence, right? Depending on the quality of relationships that you have will depend on the quality of your life you will have. So if you don't have good relationships, you're not going to have a high quality of life. And so many people get caught up chasing the wrong things in relationships, or they get caught up chasing money, or they caught up chasing all these things that are just going to lead to a life of unfulfillment and purposelessness and misery, essentially. So how many times have we seen a movie where two people are suffering in a relationship together, a toxic relationship together, and they just are unable to communicate each other's feelings, and then it's just sad. It's just sad. Or even maybe even your parents have experienced something like this, and it's just not what you want to basically put yourself through, because you deserve the best. You are someone who is growth conscious. You are someone that's self-aware. You are someone that has a kind heart. So why would you ever settle for someone who isn't going to give you absolutely everything that you deserve? And I think the only reason why people do that is because they don't really understand what they deserve. So within this video, I'll be explaining to you what you do deserve, because I've been in a relationship for coming up on a year now. We've been together for a year and a half, and we hardly ever fight because we both have emotional intelligence and we both know our roles in the relationship. It's a traditional relationship. It's not one where the girl is like hyper like feminist and has like, equal rights, equal all this shit. It's like we've evolved throughout millennia for having gender roles, right? Like you and your partner know what you guys need to do to make the relationship functioning. So what I do is I pay for everything. I'm the breadwinner. I work hard. I take care of the bills. I take care of the dinners. I take care of a majority of the things that need to be taken care of, and I'm the grounded masculine center, and I can give my girlfriend peace of mind when she's with me, knowing that I have everything taken care of because she trusts my judgment. I trust my judgment, and all the girl really wants to do is to be able to relax in your presence. She wants to be, a girl cannot be in her feminine energy if she can't be relaxed. So all your girl wants to do really, bro, is just relax. And if you aren't a strong, centered, masculine man capable of making his own decisions, your girl's going to be turned off completely. And nowadays you see this happening so often because girls are becoming masculine and men are becoming feminine, which is just going to cause to one ginormous problem that no one has seemed to be talking about, how you'll see relationships where the girl is the one calling all the shots and the girl is the one in the masculine, subconsciously forcing the man to be in his feminine, which is creates so many problems in a relationship, and why you see so few relationships actually lasting, because so few relationships honor the traditional gender roles. So while I'm working all day, while I'm paying the bills and being the man that I need to be, taking care of the dog, taking care of the food, everything, my girlfriend will clean the house, do the dishes, and the fact that I even have to basically explain to myself saying, I hope I don't sound sexist, should show you that we have a problem, because all of our family, your grandparents, your parents likely, have grown up with this dynamic. If my girlfriend needs help with the dishes or she needs help putting the clothes away, I will. But she literally says to me, she's like, yeah, if I'm ever going to be a mom one day, I might as well start practicing now. And I'm like, that is literally the perfect thing you could have said. Because like as a man, I don't want to have to worry about dishes, cleaning my room and shit. Obviously I will if she's not here, but I don't have to worry about that. I need to worry on the bigger picture. I need to worry about how am I going to provide? How am I going to provide for my future family? My allergies in Florida are so bad. But how? I need to be focusing on the big picture, and my girlfriend also understands this, right? This is why communication is so key, because if you can't find someone that you are open to being communicative with, someone who basically, if you can't find someone that you have no pressure to communicate with, like when you feel something, you say something, then you're not with the right person. The only way you'll ever be with the right person and know it's the right person is when you guys can communicate that shit. Like I've communicated to her countless times like what I look for in a girl, and I look for a traditional woman, one that takes care of the things I just listed, and how I want to be able to focus on the bigger picture and focus on how I'm going to provide for us. So likely you're young watching this. You're probably 18, 19, 20 years old. And a lot of the girls your age don't understand this yet. They don't understand the polarity because of what the system has basically bred these girls into thinking, right? Like a majority of girls, except for the ones watching this video. So if you're a girl or a guy, just literally list like where you live, what you do for a living. Like literally use this comment section as a fucking dating app. I don't care. But like the reason why you have such a hard time is because you're picky, because you understand what you're looking for, and a majority of people don't. A majority of people are coasting through life on basically nonchalant mode, where they're going off, fucking partying, hooking up, and a lot of the people in my videos want more than that. They want more than just surface level hookup culture, nonchalant sex. You know, they want something deep, something meaningful. And the problem is that not a lot of people are on that same wave. So a lot of you guys may feel like you're just not compatible with people, or you're lonely because you feel like you're not good enough. But in the case is that the majority of people aren't good enough for you. The majority of people don't understand what it takes to be with a high value person like you are. A majority of people don't understand that once they graduate college, they're going to be thrown into the real world, and all the partying and useless activity that they just did is worthless, right? Like, I know, how many people do we know where they're in college and they feel like they're the king of the world or the queen of the world, and they never think it's going to end, and then it ends, and they end up in a corporate job, and they're lonely, and then they're 30 years old and single, and they're questioning if they're ever going to be able to have kids, you know? And it happens all the time, right? So I think the biggest flex isn't being surrounded by a bunch of chicks, but having a sustainable relationship, having a family, and repopulating the planet, because obviously we're depopulating right now because society has pushed everyone down this path of chase material, chase money, chase pleasure. Don't live a life of tradition. Live a life of modernity, which is full of soulless activity, going to the club, listening to shitty music, and drinking alcohol. When 10 times out of 10, I would rather just be with a close group of friends, with my girlfriend, and drinking wine on my boat or something. That's why Italians live so long, is because they don't have the shitty vodka and tequila. They drink wine and have community. Like I said at the beginning of the video, community is what will determine how good your life is. If you're surrounded by shitty people, you're going to have a shitty life. And so many people just get comfortable and settle for a shitty environment and shitty people and conform to their environment rather than creating their own environment, creating their own reality when you're entirely capable. I mean, I was just in Ohio, and I didn't really have many people on the same wave of me, if at all, any. And I took matters into my own hands. I moved down to Miami, and I started creating a community of people around me where people would accept me for who I am. People would respect how I think and be on the same wave. And then in the midst of doing that, I attracted my girlfriend, who was on the same wave as me, because I put myself out there on the internet. I put myself out there in the real world, not being afraid to express who I truly am, because I don't care what people think of me, because like I just said, I was able to create a community around me rather than just conforming to the people that are already around me and trying to fit in. Like, if you fit in, you're likely a coward. Have you ever thought about it like that? You shouldn't just try to fit in with people. You should try to be your complete and utter self and create a community in an environment where you are accepted and you are praised. And in the midst of doing that, you will find someone that fits into your picture. But you can't conform your morals for someone to fit into your picture, or to fit into their picture, more likely. You have to have your morals, or what you stand for, and stand by them, or else the person that you're going to be intimate with is going to lose respect for you if they can just alter your morals and get you to go off the path. You need to know what you stand for. You need to be a masculine center or a feminine center, and find a man that agrees with what you are looking for. But you first need to understand what it is exactly what you're looking for, or else you're just going to kind of settle for whatever comes your way and then be unhappy thinking like, why am I not good enough for a relationship, when you don't even know what you fucking want from a relationship? So why would the universe give you a relationship if you don't even know what you want? It starts with getting clear on what you want, being intentional about what you're trying to attract, and not settling for mediocrity and conforming to your environment. And slowly but surely, you will begin to attract people in the same wave. And I know it's so hard for so many people to attract like-minded people, but it's really not. Like I have Create Your Reality that has 1,800 people that are just like you and me, that are on that same wave, and they connect with other members all across the planet. But that's not what this video is about. This video is just about you realizing your worth and no longer settling for mediocrity and just becoming the best version of yourself. And in the midst, you will find your person. All right, guys. Much love. I hope you enjoyed that video. I feel like it's long overdue. And I'll see you in the next video. Drop a like, drop a comment. Love you. Peace.